That's 2. Move that. And let us begin. All right, you guys, you ready for a good workout? I'm ready for a good workout. Here we go. Feet under our hips. Let's bring it up. Inhale and drop it down. Woo! Stretch it up and down. And reach and drop. Up and drop. Woo! Let's do 3 more. Stretch up and drop. Good work. 2 more and down. Last one and drop. Good work. Holding at the top, going out wide and stretch it. Woo! Oh, yes, you probably saw me stretching this out before we started. I'm actually going to reach one shoulder forward and then the other. Just noticing what that feels like today because it feels good to me. And then we're going to drop it on down. Let the head go. Little bounces. Feeling that lower spine lengthening, and let's do 3 alternating. Flat and drop, 2 and drop. Last one, stacking hands. Let's porpoise. Are you ready? And up and through. Coming up and through. Give it 2 more. Reach it. Last one, we're holding through the legs and we're reaching. Yes, just feeling that heart rate come up a little bit. Let's come to the front, little side to side. Swaying, see how that feels in your spine and your hamstrings. I'm going to bend my knees a little bit, rolling it up all the way. Give yourself some shoulder rolls. I'm going to bring my feet under my hips. Let's just do a few of these as well, just some big shoulder rolls. Warm those shoulders up a little bit. Nice, and then I'm going to drop one and just do 3 backward circles. Get a little bit of rotation as well. With our movements back and back and back. Who's ready for some arms? So today, just putting your feet under your hips, just checking it out. Toes are straight, bend in the knees, tail, rotation. Now I'm going to have my hands here with that nice rounded feeling. So it's a nice rounded feeling kind of coming from back here. I always have to really tuck my chin and think about it as I reach out wide, just till you start to feel it right back here, top back of your arms. Nice. Now taking the forearms and rotate them back. So my pinkies are to the front, thumbs rolled back. So I have to really focus from the shoulder down through the elbow. Good. And I'm going to do little twists. I'm going to make it big so you can see it. But it's really a feel it. You should feel it right in the top back of those arms. And the more you can relax the shoulders down and feel it out through those elbows with that twist, you'll be like, oh my goodness. Now just pause there and just do some little pulses out. So as much as that thumb is twisted out, pinkies to the front, little pulses. Can you feel it evenly on both sides? I have to really focus to keep it even. I almost have to shut my eyes. So if you do too, these are so powerful. All right, so pausing there. Now I'm going to turn so my palms face into my body. I'm going to keep those elbows out wide. And then I'm going to slowly bring it up to here. Good, so now I have to adjust. So it's wide here. You have that same wide W. And now you're going to do the twist again. Ooh, see if you can feel it all up in that whole area. It's challenging to feel it, at least it is for me, on both of them. So just give me 5, 4. Keep tucking your chin, lifting from the top of your head as well. Shoulders are down and really feel those elbows wide out to the sides. Beautiful. Now, straighten the arms out. Now we're going to do something with more movement. We've been doing this earlier. You're going to come forward twist and under twist low. So it's like you're going to draw a big beach ball with those arms. In and under. Good. In and good. So it's an up and in and a down and in. An up and in and a down and in. Give me 5. And 4, and 3. Nice work, 2, and 1. Now we're going to change it up. We're up. We're going to come in, bend the elbows just a little, and you're bringing it in. So it's an up and an in, and up and an in, and up. So you're also twisting those hands, right? Thumbs in, thumbs out. Thumbs to the center, in. Give me 5 and in, 4 and in, 3, and try not to bring the shoulders forward when you come in. Last one, good work. We're going to go back to the big circle and under, big circle and under, big and under. Just holding your arms up and moving them like this can be really strengthening and challenging, actually. All right, give me 2 more like this, then we're going back to the other one. Good, now we're going to bring it up and in, up and in, up and in. 2 more, up and in. Last one, up and in. Good work. Now just take it straight up like this. Reach. We're going to do a little bit of a combo. You ready? You're going to bring it straight in. Bend. I'm going to bring like fingers and thumbs. Bring it up. Open, palms to the side and out. So it's a forward, bend, up, reach away to the side. Forward, bend, lift and reach. Forward, bend, up and reach. 2 more. It's forward, bend, up. It's a bit of a brain, right? It's also working the brain at the same time. Pause right there. We're going the other way. Up, down, out in front and open. Up, down, out in front and open. 2 more. Up, down, out in front and open. Less more. Up, down, out, and there. Pause. Circles. Circles. So again, just check in that you're not locking your knees back, putting pressure on your lower back. Soften the knees, tail is down, thumbs are stretching, reaching back, and you're just making beautiful circles. Let's take those circles the other way. Circles the other way, reaching those arms out as far as you can. No bend in the elbows, as much as you can. Nice. Now pause there. Little circles. Just not circles, really twists, sorry, little twists back, and then twist all the way. Let the shoulders roll forward. That'll actually feel good. You'll get rid of some of that neck tension. Good, but you're not leaning forward, you're up. It's just that the shoulder joint is there, so now you can do your little pulses. When the shoulder joint is rolled a little forward, but you're up, and you lift those arms, can't you just feel that in that back? Top back of the place in the arms. It's so hard to get to. Good work. So little circles in. Shift back into your heels. Little circles out. Gosh, I have to really shut my eyes so I can keep the 2 arms together. My right wants to take over. My left is asleep. All right, now palms towards each other. Bear claw. Bend. Aren't you just wanting to do this? And hinge just a little, shoulders down your back. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. Keep those elbows in towards each other as you straighten. Feel the top back of your arms and bend. Feel the top back of your arms and bend. And 5 and in. 4, really squeeze there and in. 2 towards each other and in. Last one and in. Now bring it out. Good. Reaching. So it's a lift and a towards each other. Lift it. Bring towards each other. Lift and in. Lift and in. Lift and in. Give me 2 more. You can do it. I can do it. You can do it. Here we go. Lift and bend and. Woo! Yes. So good. Curl it under. Shake it out from those elbows. Nice work, you guys. What a good arm series. And it works to tighten and tone without bulking up your arms. All right, let's go into big side stretch. Are you ready? Bending the knees, tailbone, ribs up, and over we go. Oh, yeah, take the head back, and off you go. So just checking that your knees are bent, shift into your heels, slight external rotation when you're ready. Oh, just looking up, shoulder drops, protecting and supporting the spine. Beautiful. Think about that top shoulder. Can you relax it down? When you relax it down, what do you feel? Notice how it switches a little bit. Good. Keeping that arm that's on your leg forward and shift the weight over into that side and feel the stretch shift. Good work, you guys. I don't want to do too much here. We're going to do some side work again later today. So let's just go ahead, bend the knees, reach it across, bring it over. Hand on the knee to support yourself on up. And here we go on the other side. Reach up, keeping the knees bent though. Knees bent, tailbone down, thigh bones, and over. So much to think about. Hand here when you're ready. Good, and you can just look up. Oh, yeah. That looks nice. Keep the weight, shift your weight back over into that other leg. And then think the leg on the big side that we're stretching, think about pressing that heel in the ground. So that sort of stabilizes that, right? That sticks down there so that now as you relax here and you go, you should feel it much more in that waist. Beautiful. All right, bend the knees, bring it across and over. We're going to do that hamstring stretch. So as you come to here, bring yourself center, allow your upper body to hang to the center. Oh, that feels good. Oh, so good. All right, you guys, you know what I think I'm going to do? Well, we'll just do the same one. We'll start on the right side, hand behind the calf, other one up and around. I like to lift my torso. Give it that rotation towards that side so my head is looking through that leg. Today, I'm going to lift the front of that right foot and do about a 45-degree angle, and then bend the opposite heel or leg. Heel. What am I saying? Knee. I go upside down. I can't remember my parts. But you guys know what I'm doing. Oh, boy, that feels good. I'm going to bring that foot back, come back center, drop for a second in the center, and then rotate to the left leg. Good. And I'm going to lift the front of the foot, do about a 45 there, and slightly bend the right leg. And just feel that beautiful stretch. So remember again on these, we're not bouncing. It's not a bouncing. It's a relaxing. Just think melt over. If you bounce, you'll just bring that stretch reflex in, and it won't be helpful. Let's bring that foot back, center. I'm going to bring my arms in front of me with the chin tucked. I'm going to press through my heels as I start to roll on up. Knees over ankles. Draw that belly button in and up. Round the back. That will protect the back as you come all the way up. Head will be the last thing. It tucks and lifts. And then if you want, you can even put your hands here at the groin. Push in and down. Stretch up. Tuck the chin if you're going to look forward. And do a bit of a back extension. Feel the length on there. And then come straight back up. Shake it out. Nice work. Let's grab a little something to drink. If you need it, grab your chair. We're going to start on top of leg. All right. Top of leg. Nothing super duper different today. I'm going to go a little diagonal just so you can see. I'm going to keep my standing leg slightly bent. Arm is out to the side, very ballet-like. Good. Pulling that belly button in and up. Rib cage slightly forward. Just float the toes off, wherever you're feeling comfortable with that today. Then you're going to bend the leg, straighten, little lift. Bend, straight through the back of the knee, little lift. Let's go faster. Bend, straighten, lift. Bend, straighten, lift. Bend, straighten, little lift. Bend, straighten, lift. Give me two more. Bend, straighten, lift. Bend, straighten, and lift. Good work. And are you ready? Tilt. So belly button in and up, shoulders down, standing legs slightly bent. Stretch, release. So I'm just going to go stretch, stretch, stretch. I'm going to go faster. Stretch with pointed toes. Stretch, 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 stretch. Ooh, really feel that behind that leg. Stretch, stretch. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2. Get the belly button in. Good work. Flex. Arm up. Reach through that heel. Bend, stretch through the heel. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Keep the belly button pressing in. Give me 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Are you ready? Lift, lift, lift. 5, 4. I'm dying. 2, 1. Pause, pause, pause. I'm going over. Let's come back and stretch it out. Ooh. At that diagonal makes it even more challenging, I think. And lift and stretch out that hip. Oh, yeah, nice. And we'll go to the other side. Whipping it around. All right, again, slight diagonal bend in the stander, arm is out. Good, so right here I noticed it looks like I'm leaning back, so I'll be careful not to let that look that way. Tilt under, arm is up. Good, just float it up. Notice where you are, make sure you're not leaning back because you don't want to use that, you want to really tuck under. All right, here we go, it's a bend, stretch, lift. Bend, straighten and lift. Bend, straighten, lift. Bend, straighten, lift, pointed toe, in and little lift. Keep the belly button pushing in and up. That is how we'll tilt, little lift, 2 more, in, out, lift, last one like that, in, out, little lift. Good, you ready? Bend and stretch. I'll just say stretch. Here we go, standing leg slightly bent, tilted under, stretch, 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 and stretch, stretch. Give me 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1, good work, little bend, flex. You ready? Shift back into your heels, belly button. Let's bring the arm up. We're gonna reach through that heel. Reach, reach, reach. Notice the difference between the flex and the point. 3, 2, 1, belly button in and up. Are you ready? We're lifting. Lift, pull it in, pull the belly button in. 5, 4, you can do it. 3, don't lean back. 2, don't lean back. 1, woo. And take it back. Boy, it's so easy to do this, isn't it? We don't even know we're doing it, but it's like, oh, as soon as I do this, I don't feel anything. When I go like this, I'm like, okay, feel it up there. So that's the difference. All right, here we go. Who wants to work a little hiney end here, a little booty? Let's do a little booty. We're gonna do a bunch of booty today in different ways, but you guys know I always love these because you feel them. Feet in a slight V. Bend in the knees. Good work, shifting back. I'm going to start with this leg today. So I'm going to take it to the side and then back diagonal, bend, hip down, tilt, shift back, float the toe off. Get yourself in balance, shoulder down, keeping your tilting back. So just a little lift, lift. So you know it's barely visible, otherwise the hip would lift. So you're keeping it down and forward. It's an external rotation on that leg. Lift, lift, lift. Give me again 5. You know I'm big with 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause there. Shift back. Straighten that leg as much as you can. Boy, you're going to feel it. Lift. It's a tiny lift. Keep the hip forward. Keep that tilt. And 5. I'm dying on the stander. 5, 2, 1. Good work. Let's flex. Just give me 5. Keep the standing leg bent. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice work. We'll go to the other side. I know it's right in those places, isn't it? So deep. And bend. Take it across and over. Get your place. Bend in the stander. Tilting it under. Shifting back. Hip forward. I'm just going to float the toes up. All the weight's here now. Externally rotate the thigh and the hip and lift. So it's just tiny little lifts. You can barely see it. Really keep pulling that hip forward and down, keeping the tilt. That's what makes it so intense. Yes, we're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now straighten that leg out as much as you can. Feel it. You're ready. Lift is lift, 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 lift. Give me 5 and 4 straight. 3, 2, 1. Flex, tilt. You're ready. Flexing. Here we go. 5, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, woohoo! Because of course I was practicing beforehand, so I'm even more tight here. All right, nice work. We're going to go down, do a little bit on our knees with the chair. I'm going to turn my chair this way. So we're just going to be here. Again, if you need something for your knees, take a moment. Shouldn't be too much for the knees today, but you're going to come up like this. So you can kind of hug into the chair or just be here. It's fun, whatever feels good to you. All we're going to do with this first one is you want to tilt under. So you're going to be working against your tilt, right? So you can push here, work against the tilt. keep the knees pretty close together. And then you're just going to take the one and you're just sliding it back, releasing. That's it. So just get yourself in a good place. Think about almost keeping your hips up against the chair. When you go back, tilt more and come back. Tilt and back. Tilt and back. So you're just sliding on the floor. Good work. You think this could lift the booty about? Try to keep the knees. I almost feel like I'm squeezing my inner thighs together. That'll keep that leg from going out too much to the side. Good. Let's just do 6. I'm going to go 6, 5. Keep the tilt. Tilt more there. Bring it in. It's better to do it slow with the tilt and less reps. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good work. Now we're going to work that same leg, but pause for a moment. Bring your knees out wider. Wider knees. Good. You can hold on to the side of the chair if that's a little easier for you. You are going to shift over onto that other leg. So I'm just going to go here. Okay, so I'm going to shift over, wide legs. Notice the feet will be close. Actually, I'm going to come back to here, tilt. So I'm tilting under, my neck is out. I'm going to lift up slightly, keeping that hip down, lift, just little, take it back, 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 back. So where should you be feeling it? Right in here, you'll know. And back, back. Keep the tilt every time you go. So it's an external rotation of that knee, taking it back, back. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop it and wiggle. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. We're going to take it straight back first. So again, I'm going to wiggle myself up a little bit. Tilt under. Knees are pretty close together, and you're just going to slide it back and forward. Tilt, release back. Tilt as you slide it and back. Tilt, press down from the shoulders just to keep yourself in alignment and back. Hip forward as you take it back with that tilt. Just 3 more. 3 and in. 2 and in. Second side is almost more challenging, isn't it? Because you've already stabilized with that one without even realizing it. Now we're going to take those legs out wider. Again, if you need to bring your arms down, because you will need to, right, shift over just a little bit. Takes me a minute here. And now hip down, tilt under, the knee is out. Then when you're ready, back and forth. Just tiny little, take it back and forth. Good. Now I'm going to try and shift my weight back between the 2 legs. Once you're there, that's the other challenge. See if you can do it. Every time I go back, I think belly button in, belly button in. Give me 6, 5, 4, small movement. 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. Beautiful. Very nice sculpting moves, you guys. All right, so now move your chair so that you are like this to the side. So what are we going to do? We're a little far away. I'm going to actually put my little towel here because this chair is so hard. It needs me a little padding. So you're going to be here. You're going to take that leg out. You're going to rotate. So I'll give everybody a chance. Now remember, when you're here, you do want to try not to do this, okay? So you want to really feel like you're pulling that waist away from the chair. Good. The back leg, try also not to do this with the back leg. Can you see what I just did? See if you can have it right there in alignment. Top hip is here. Front foot is a little balanced. I'm going to keep my arm here to keep that hip in alignment. Lift it. How high can you lift it? Keeping the hip there, and then dropping up and lift and lift. Good. Think about keeping the waist up. Try not to hunch. Shoulders down. Chin is tucked. Give me 5, 4. Notice how that hip so wants to draw back, doesn't it? So I'm keeping my hand there, pressing it forward. Now just lift it to wherever you can. Little up, 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 up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Pause there. Little release. I'm not going to say bend. I'm going to release, stretch it. Release, stretch. I'm going to lift mine up a little bit higher. Reach, reach, reach. You should feel that all the way up into that backside hip. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm gonna lift higher. 1. Oh yes, flex toes forward. Are you ready? Here's the end. 5 to the end. 5, 4. You can do it, Lorene. 3, 2, 1. Yes, you can. You can. You can. Take it on down. Woo! I don't care. You can do it. Woo! All right. Very nice. Oh, I'm sweating, you guys. I don't know about you. Of course, it is probably 98 degrees out, but nevertheless. All right, other side. Nice work, you guys. All right, so again, taking a moment to get yourself there. Hunch it up here, drop that down. Hip is forward, leg is slightly just relaxed in that socket, the socket. And when you're ready, lift it. Where can you lift it to? So you get yourself up. Good, and then lift and drop. Lift and drop. Keep that hip forward, Renee. Down to the floor. Boy, even just an inch, you'll feel the difference. Because it doesn't want to work in them side saddles, does it, Ann? It doesn't. I know it. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Make it work. You're doing beauty. That's it. You're doing beautifully. Good. Let's just pause there. How high? Hip forward. You ready? Just stretch it. Stretch. Stretch. Feel those muscles working. 5, 4, 3. Make that hip forward, Renee. 1. Hold it there. Flex if you can. Reach through the heel. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 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 hold. All right. Let it go. Woo. Beautiful. Woo. All right. Let's do a little bit of Genie. That'll actually help. You'll feel a little better. It's going to stretch that out. So I'm not going to use the chair today. I'm actually going to go a little wide in the legs, arms here. Good. Now I'm going to go to the side just so you can see. I'm not going to lift high. It's not an up here for these today. It's low, just slightly off. Tilt, release, shoulders down. Shoulders down. When you tilt, you're going to stretch out in the top of the flexor style. Release, tilt, release. Give me 2. Last one. Now keep the tilt. Arms up to shoulder. Arms up to shoulder. Arms, keep your tilt. Try not to lean too far forward. Press those shins in the ground. 2 more. Lift and lift. Down. Good work. Drop. Woo. Good. Now I'm going to go and do some pelvic circles. 1 hip, 1 hip. Tuck it under. So I'm going to go here just so you can see. It's barely off the ground. If you can, just do what you can. Lift slightly off. Tilt over, back. One side, tilt under, other side, back. Tilt, under, side. So I'm going to go the other way, up. Tilt, over, back. 1 more. Tilt, over, back. Oh, all right, enough. I know. All right, to me, that's the most challenging thing we could do. We're done. Shake those legs out. Beautiful. And let's do a quick stretchy. We'll catch our breath here. We'll stop saying nasty words to me. Press down onto the back of that knee, lift in the foot, and give me some big circles. Woo! Big circles. God, I hate those Genies, but boy, they stretch it out, don't they? And circles. So, you know, when we do our serious thighs and we tilt back, it's another way to stretch out those front of those legs. I know a lot of us have a hard time, like we're not quite sure what we're doing when we're tilting back. It's an unfamiliar feeling, but it really works. I'm going to do just a little butterfly stretch and then we're going to get back up. So pulling it in, elbows. Oh. Hello to those little hips. To that hip. Oh. All right. All right, enough of rest for us. Back up. Let's do some calves, thighs, and then we'll get back down for some abs. And a little more butte. All right, so calves. Let's not do anything hard for the calves today. Let's just do our parallel calves. So we're standing here. So I'm going to turn to you. First, let's just lift the heel and drop other side. So just get a sense of the foot. And the reason I say that is I know for myself, when I'm not really focused, I go on my last 3 toes. And as soon as I do that, my ankle goes out and my knee is not in alignment. So really feel, press through like the center two toes. That way, you know you're lifting and your ankle is being supported. You know, ankles have a huge injury rate because we don't watch foundation of the feet. Okay, good enough. So now let's come all the way up. You can have your hands in front. You can be like this. You don't have to be on the side. I'm doing this so you can see me. So if that makes it better. So you're straight up, all the ball joints. Drop halfway and lift. Drop halfway and lift. So you're not leaning forward or back. You're dropping halfway and lifting. Everybody's doing what I'm doing. You guys are so cute. All right, no worries. You don't just do, we'll have better balance. That's all. And we're going to drop all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Focus on the middle. You can even focus on the big toe. That should work for most of us to keep yourself up, just not the last three toes. Good. Two more. All the way up, drop. All the way up, drop. Good work. All right, halfway. You know, now we're going to do the combos. Half and up, down and up. Half and up, down and up. And half, up, down, up. Half, down, up. All the way up. Notice what might be starting to happen as you get tired. Are you now on the last three toes? Two more, really focus. You'll feel it in the front of the legs. Last one, halfway up, all the way up. Oh, isn't that amazing? You can really feel it. All right, from here, just drop it. Just do some little bends forward and that'll stretch that out. I love that feeling of that one. I'll tell you what else I like, just coming into, let's put the feet here, shift back, do your turn out from here, turn out, good, squeeze all the way up. Doesn't that feel good? Like you can feel the booty, can feel the inner thighs, pull it all up, good, and then bend. Keep the heels down just for a second, little pulses down. I just love the way that feels once we do the other. It's like that opposite. Then squeeze it all the way up. Now come all the way up. Drop the heels. Bend. Let's do a few bends. Good. Then squeeze all the way up. Inner thighs, booty all the way up. And lift. And drop one more time. Little bounces. Good. Squeeze all the way up. Lift. Nice. And little lifts, little lifts, little lift. Good work. Up and up and up. Good. Up. How about if we go all the way down in halfway? Let's try it. Ready? Here we go. Take it down and up, halfway and up and down all the way and up, halfway down and up. I'll go faster. Down, up, half, up, down, up, half, up. Two more. Up, half, up, drop, up, half, up. You did it. And Lorene is not even going to hold on to that chair. It's like, girlfriend, I got me some balance. Yes, I know you do. All right. And two, all right. Thumbs up, she says. I love it. Okay, you guys, you ready? Let's do a little serious thighs that aren't serious. Let's put our hands here. Let's come up. Little V. So I'm going to do that little pie. That just feels good. All right, so neutral spine, let's go down. Really press the heels. So take a moment. Sometimes I have to adjust my angle so I feel good where I'm at. Let's come all the way up. If you need to adjust that foot angle, do. Feeling all the ball joints again. Let's take it down. So take it down. Where can you be? Let's just do a little up, release down. So the energy's on the up, you relax it down. Up and down. Up and down. Good work. Up and down. Up and down. Give me two more. Up and down like that. Up and down. Good. Now come up, but still have like a little diamond. Now the energy's on the down. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. See if you can feel it evenly on both booties. Up, down, both booties. Do we have more than one booty? Yes, you guys got it. One cheek and the other cheek. Good. Two more. Down and up. Down. You starting to feel it? Down and all the way up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Very good. We're going to go down and pause again. You ready? Down. I'm going to bring my arm out so I can feel very ballet-like. Excellent. Now, just knees back, release. Knees, release. Knees back, release. Knees, release. Knees, release. Good. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now pause. Let's come up an inch. Good. Rebalance between the two. We're tilt releasing. Tilt, release. Tilt, release. Good. Tilt, release, tilt, release. See if you can feel it evenly. Tilt, release. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and pause. Hip and hip, hip and hip. Hip one side and hip the other side. Hip and 5 and 4. Good work. You're feeling it in those thighs. Good, and 1. Good work. Now let's bring it all the way up. Squeeze if you need to do a little shaky. If you need to come down for a sec, do. Otherwise, now we're going to do a bit of combo. You ready? So I'm not going to go down far to start. So I'm going to go down, 2, tilt, 2. Bring my knees back, release. Up, 2, down, 2. Tilt, tilt, and knees back for 2. I didn't do that the same way, did I? Let's go again. Up, up, tilt, tilt. We're just going to do it that way for 2. All right. Up, up, tilt, tilt. Knees back for 2. Again. Up, up, tilt, tilt. And knees back for 2. One more. Up, up, tilt, tilt. And knees back for 2. And all the way up. Shake. Let's drop down on those heels. Shake out those feet. All right. Last one. We are going to do the lean back. But what I want you to focus on in the lean back, so come on up. Here's what I mean by the lean back. I know you know, but I just thought I'd mention it. Thinking about hips forward. If you just push your hips forward, you don't have to think about leaning back. The hips forward, you're ideally having your shoulder behind here. Now, in that position, there's no pain on the knees. So you can do little up and downs and feel like you're stretching in here. Like if I squeeze my booty just a little bit and press it forward, I get that nice stretch actually up on those hip flexors, right? So just give me 5. You can go down a little further, do 3, 2, 1. Good. How about little tilts here? Tilt, release, tilt, release. Oh, 5 and 4. I'm really feeling it. 1. Good work. Now, when you come up, bring your shoulders up, then straighten. All right, shake it out. Time to stretch that puppy out. So whether you want to have your feet together or wide out, choose what feels best to you and allow yourself to hang over. And we'll get a good stretch here. Oh, yeah. That feels so good. Now, when you come up, I want you to think about curling under at the tail. So you're curling up. You'll come to a place then that you'll need to just kind of walk your feet in. But that way you get a nice stretch there. Let's do a nice stretch with the legs up. Today, taking a moment, right? Standing leg pushes down to get this hip up. And we'll just bring that leg up and let ourselves hang over. Oh, yes. Again, here's another place that you don't want to use momentum and lots of pulsing. This is a relax into it. The more you can relax, the more the leg will lengthen. If you pulse, all you're doing is, I say it all the time, right? You already know it. I don't have to repeat it another time. I know you know. I'm going to put my instep right here on the edge and do a bit of a stretch release. That's actually a bit of momentum, isn't it? But the stretch release does seem to do a nice job with that. All right, so I'm going to bring my upper body up. I'm going to lift up and drop. Other side, hip down to lift. Bring that foot up and melting on over. Oh, hello, hello. Hello, backside. Oh, and those hamstrings. Always such a great thing to stretch out in those hamstrings. Yes. All right, and now I'm going to go to my instep on the edge of that chair with a little bit of a bend, stretch, release, and stretch through those toes. And lifting yourself up, dropping, shaking it out. All right, it is time for some abs with feet up. So you can certainly put them here. I'm going to continue my feet on the wall, but it's exactly the same. Whatever we're going to do will be the same. I'm actually going to move my chair out. You shouldn't need it. I'm going to actually also grab with my ballot to put between the knees. If you don't have it there, it's fine. You can use something else if you choose, if you so choose, would be fine as well. All right. or not. I think the camera's good. Yes, 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 yes. All right, small bend in the knees though. Ball between the legs. I really like using the wall. I really just think it's such a great thing because I can gently press. You know, when your feet are on top of the chair, it's fine. Or if you have a heavy chair, you can put them against and press. But my chair is light, so I can't really do it. But when I do this, I really feel that great support in my lower back. And also you can gently press, and I say gently press the ball, and we're trying to keep the hips there. All right, you guys, of course we arch out a little bit and then we're gonna lift and grip, tucking the chin, lifting up, elbows up and out. So feel that roundedness. You might even feel a little what we did earlier today, pulling that belly button in, pressing the lower back, gently pressing that ball, and use the hands to do some little forward tilts. Bring it in and in and in, keeping the chin tucked. Lift, feel the lift from the top back of that head. So you can draw it back, feel that it's in alignment with the spine. Pull the belly button down every time you lift, down. So press down belly button, slight squeeze in that ball. Now, I have a nice rounded elbow in and up. So now I'm gonna lift one elbow and the other. It's really the shoulder, but I was using it just to kind of display. So it's one side, other side. So I'm shoulder, shoulder. Yes, use the hands behind. You can use the press of the hand behind to get one shoulder, the other shoulder. So this is a beautiful whittle the middle. What's happening here is rib cage turns one side, rib cage to the other side. Keep pressing, lower back. Give me 5. 5, other side. 5A, 5B. That was 4. 3A, 3B, and 2, and over, and 1, and over. Let's go ahead, release those legs. Roll yourself down. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a break here. Arch the lower back. Good work. Let's bring our arms back. Let's lift and grip. We'll get out of that in a second. Lift and grip, pressing, ball, tilt, hands up, elbows up. And now I'm going to put my hands across my chest. Shoulder up, shoulder, and shoulder. So again, we're whittling the middle, pressing lower back, gently squeezing ball. Now, if this is too much, you can certainly go with the hands behind the head. If that works even better. We don't want you to use the neck, but if you're strong enough now and you can do this, then see if you can go just a little bit faster, but no bending at. It's not that, Lorene, it's all you're doing. Just watch me while you're down. One shoulder lifts, the other shoulder lifts. It's a shoulder lift. You're not moving all around on this. It's just shoulder, shoulder. So actually, when you do it from there, you're just working waist, but this will whittle your middle. Let's drop. I know that was a lot, you guys. Thanks. Draw it down, arch it out. Woo! Love those. Now, watch me for a second. We're going to go straight up. We're going to have our hands together. We're just going to do some straight ups. Remember, it's coming from here. And then to whittle the middle, with your hands together, you're going to slide one hand up and the other. So you might want to feel that now on the ground, right? So you're sliding and sliding. See, so this is what's happening, right? Whittling the middle. We're working at the rib cage. So that's the feeling. You guys ready? So tilt, gently press the ball. Good. Keep the press as you lift. You're looking up, little ups. So go up first, up and up and up. You can let the head drop a little. Chin tucks that the head is dropped back. No pressure on that neck. Give me 3. 3 and 2. Keep squeezing the ball. Now, one shoulder, so slide one hand down, the other up, other, and up, and up. So getting the sense, there you go, just one and the other. So slide one hand against the other. And notice, really press, gentle squeeze on the ball. Lower belly is pressing. We're working that waist. Can be 3 more. 3 and B. 3, 4. It's 2. Sorry. 1 and drop and let yourself go all the way down. Arch the back. Good. I don't want to overdo us today, so I'm going to grab the ball from between the legs. Just put it down. Let the legs come down. Go right into the opening of the legs out to the side. And I'm going to draw myself away from the wall a little bit. So it's a little bit more of a lower V. Now, you know what we just did with this? Okay, so first we're just going to come forward through the legs with the tilt. And then we're going to do this when we go through the legs. Okay, so just notice how that feels. So tilt, Good. You're ready. Lifted head and little up and down, forward and back, forward and back. Good work. So watch that the chin is tucked, no pressure on the neck. So keep going. Now, if this is too challenging from your neck, you can always put that ball back there just to protect you right underneath the shoulder blades. All right, now one arm, the other, and arm, and arm. So you're sliding those hands against each other. Good. And tilt, and tilt, and tilt. Good work. One side, the other side. One side, the other side. Give me 3 and 2. Oh, I'm feeling that. Last one. 1 and down. And let yourself roll all the way down. Really nice. Bringing those legs up. How about some rocks? Won't the rocks feel good? Maybe circle rocks. Some circle rocks. Maybe draw it all the way over to one side and up and over to the other side. Ooh, that feels good. And then roll yourself all the way over. And yes, we are going to do a couple of those little Plutos to help us, little upper body, but also arching. And if you can't do those, just you can just come down and do a little bit of back extension or hang out with a child's pose for a moment. So legs are open, a little wide. Good, arms in front, a little wider than shoulders, I find helps. And just reach yourself out a little wider. Fingertips can go to the center. Then lift your tail up. So I'm up like this, elbows are out wide. I'm gonna drop my chin down to the ground, and here we go. I'm sliding forward, chin through the legs, chest, drop my hips, and arch up. Feel that beautiful extension. You might need to now adjust the arms and bring yourself back. Sometimes you have to kind of adjust where you're at to really get the most out of this one. So lifting the tail up, chin, chest, reach all the way up. And how about just one more? It's just so good to go opposite or do some extensions after all that flexion and come forward. And all the way, drop those hips, stretch it up. Beautiful work, coming on back. All right, so now we're gonna do a little bit more butte and side of leg. I'm gonna move that out, you don't need that. No, I did at least some of this against the wall the other day. Against the wall is so beautiful to do this because, yes, you're gonna get into your diva derriere position, okay? Diva derriere position. So just think that if I were against the wall, my hips are here and my shoulders against the wall. This way, I can't roll back. Okay, so it's really powerful. If you go to do it again, do it against the wall. Hand is here, and that way I can push in to keep that shoulder back as well. All right, you ready? Lifting that leg. So lift it about hip high. Take this hand, just like diva. Shove it forward there. Good work, all right? So you're gonna drop and lift. Now I want you to lift as high as you can lift, but keep that hip forward, right? So drop down, you don't have to go all the way down. It's more an up and an up. Drop and lift. Drop, relax the foot in this. It's not diva. You'll see why in a few minutes, but so you don't have to think about foot forward unless you want to, but you don't have to on this one. And lift. So every time you lift it, hip forward. You're dropping your hip back in. Go slower, slower focus. Slower focus that that hip does not go back. You won't lift as high. So really right there, pause. Pause at the top, everyone. Take your hand, push that hip forward, and then lift that leg a little higher. That's where you are. Then just drop a little and lift. Drop a little and lift. In and up. Yeah, feel the difference. It's gonna hurt. I know it. You're gonna feel really challenged. Give me 3, lift, 2, lift, 1, lift. Good. Now bring it in. Little ins. In, when I say in towards your torso. In. So you're gonna feel the stretch up in here. In. Keep that hip going forward. And upper body lean slightly down towards the floor. Give me 5, 4. You start to feel it. 3. Oh yeah. 2. And 1. Good work. Now bring it right over the other one. Lift the lower leg, put your toes together. Yes, hip forward, right? Drop the knee and lift. Little clamshells. Drop and up. Drop that knee and up. Thinking about the up. Give me 5 and lift. 4 and lift. You guys are doing great. 3 and lift. 2 and up. Last one and lift. Good work. Now drop the lower one. Straighten this one out. Bend and straighten. bend in, straighten. 3, bend, keep that hip going forward. Give me just one more pause. Now, little bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch. Die. Shows me where you're feeling it. Yes, exactly. Push yourself up and over. Bring this leg around. Oh, this is going to feel good or not. or not as appropriate. So that's why I said, if you do it against the wall, it's really, oh my goodness, you can really feel the difference. Because even now, even with that push, you can still draw back just a tiny bit. So better to do it against the wall, less reps, but with really good, I hate to say good form, but just, so that the hip doesn't cheat a little bit. So you're up in that 90 degrees, take that hip, push it forward, lift that leg. Good, shoulder back 2 and up. So you're trying to take it up as high as you can, but without letting it go back. Nice, Ann. So Ann, I'm just, because you're right in my purview here, just bend your knees up a little more, can you? Like a little more bend, even more. Yeah, good, good. Now try it. It'll be smaller. Yeah, lift, good. So every time it lifts, oh yeah. I think she's probably swearing. This is where it's really nice to not be in person, right? And you're muted. So when you're like using expletives about me, I can still sit here and smile at you. All right, pause there, you guys. I know that's a lot. Bring it in. Little pulses into the torso. In. So in towards your head, I guess I'll say. In and in. Sometimes it's hard to see what we're doing. Shift forward. Shift forward. I know I'm going back. I can feel it. Give me 5. And 4. How about lift the leg a little higher, you guys, when you bring it in? How about a little higher? A little higher. Oh, yeah. Good work. All right, you ready? Let's bend the bottom, little clamshell. Drop and lift. The second side's always harder, isn't it? Because it's already worked to stabilize. You got to really stabilize on this one. Give me 3 more. 3 and open. 2 and open. Last one and open. Drop that leg. Straighten, so you're out at a diagonal and bend. Reach it and bend. Reach and bend. Give me 2 more. Reach and bend. How about if you lift the leg a little higher and bend? A little bit higher. Good. Now pull it out. We're going to bend, straighten. Reach, 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 reach. Give me 5. Hip forward. Run, 2 and 1. Oh. Ah. Ah. I know, little dead bug, you guys, little dead bug. Yes, oh, aren't you glad we don't have to do that again until Monday? I'm so glad about that. I'm feeling like that's it. Why don't we just go right into a big old wide leg stretch? Oh, and stretch it out. Beautiful, you guys. I did some hard stuff today, all in that area. But I'll tell you what, I know after I do some of these really challenging moves, and I get up after a little bit, and I recover, of course, it's like, whoo, like I walk and I just feel really strong, right? Really strong and empowered in my body, really. So I hope you guys do too. Make sure you flex those feet too. Reach that energy through those heels, which will also press down at the knees. If you need more results, you can roll back. Use the hands to roll. On these, it's nice to point the toes. So you're really working to get movement into the pelvis. The pelvis. Good, and I love it. You guys are doing exactly what you need to do. You stay on this one if that works. Others are coming up and over to the side. After all that side work, this can feel good. Right, so you can bring it all the way up. It's too much for me today on that hip, but I can certainly allow myself to roll here so I can still stretch up in that hip. So it's a bit of a challenge, isn't it, to really stretch out in that hip. This back side is such a challenge to really work. It's what's called like the back side of the waist, top of hip. But boy, this workout, those deep moves do it. They do it better than anything else I've seen. And you know, I watch everything. I watch everything. I've been watching some other bar classes and they're good, but you know what? I can see where they're going to bulk. they bulk, they have weights, they're using weights, and they're doing 17,000 pulses. And in the end, you're going to bulk those thighs, and that just doesn't happen with this one. So I hope you enjoyed that. Bring it forward. Woo, enjoy. We enjoy being in pain together, right? Maybe a little pulse here. I'm just going to let myself hang for a second, relaxing the neck. Woo, relaxing in the hip flexors. Beautiful. I'm going to come up. I'm going to do a little butterfly stretch. I always love this one to end. Feet together, pulling up on the ankles, down on those knees. And if you're feeling a lot of tension here after all that, using our good hamstring release is always appropriate, always. And do that at least 17 times a day and meet it again for the 18th time, right? Thank you so much for joining.